Welcome, everyone, back to the Buyers Real Estate Podcast. We haven't been here for
Over 3 months, I'll say.
3 months, and I'm joined with
Chris.
Chris. And my name is Angelo, and welcome back. Man, we got to be more consistent with this podcast.
I know we've been slacking
We have been slacking.
with the podcast, but we've been hustling, helping clients out, buy or sell,
Oh, yeah.
and also posting a lot of videos, tips.
Absolutely. Putting out a lot of fires with all of the fire.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Oh yes, definitely look up our social media.
Oh, yes, our social media is getting up there. But before we get to that, Chris, you've been hearing some crazy stories, right, from other agents?
Oh, I hear one crazy story from an agent.
Is it the one with the ghost or whatever?
Yes. So I'm gonna start from the top to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So, but from the bottom to the top. So it was a regular transaction. They seen the house, right? One thing was odd was that this house was bought 5 months ago, and I was reselling. So they was like, oh, maybe they have to relocate or whatever. They liked the house. Everything went well in the transaction. There was no hiccup, right? So once they bought the house, right? Now they were living. So they're moving in, right? And then once they were staying there for, a few days,
Yeah.
they were hearing a lot of things in the house.
No.
And they thought maybe they were someone trying to break in, or maybe, animal scratching up the wall or something outside. So they really didn't keep in mind. But after there was days going on, they were a little paranoid from what the agent said. And then from there, all they were hearing is slamming doors, things was falling.
Oh my God.
There was a lot of things that they were like, who is this? Who's inside my house? So they added cameras in all the rooms. And then once that happened again, the slamming doors, things dropping on the floor, from there, they didn't see anybody in the freaking cameras at all.
Yo, that is crazy. Imagine you're living in a place and all of that's happening to you. How would you feel?
Honestly, I would not live in that house. I would not live in that house.
And that's why it was sold so rapidly, right? In 5 months.
Yes, I don't know
Tenure?
what the previous owner did. I don't know what they done to attract these ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts? 'Cause I do believe in ghosts.
I think when I was younger, I probably believed in ghosts. Maybe I do in the inside, right? But I'm more of like, if I can't see it, it's not there. It's not there type of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, that story from that agent, that was crazy. I mean, I would be like just like you. I would, as soon as I hear things and see that things are being misplaced and there's no rational reason for it, I would just be like, I don't want to live here anymore.
Oh yes, they already moved out.
They already moved
They,
out.
they're selling the house right now.
Oh my God. I mean, it happens, right? Sometimes it could be a bunch of different factors. It could be that, it could be something else, but my goodness, I'm still skeptical on all of that happening, but I mean,
Oh yes. If I heard something like that nighttime, I'm never coming back again, and that's a fact. Next thing you see, they're gonna scratch you or throw you things.
yeah, no, that doesn't sound pleasant at all. I mean, that's crazy to be witness to all of that. That would just be so horrifying, like so scary. I wouldn't be able to at all, at all.
Will you buy that house if it was a good deal?
I flip it
You will flip it.
and then sell.
You want to disclose it to new buyers?
Are you supposed to disclose things like that?
Oh yes, you have to. In this case, the previous seller did not disclose it, and then the buyer bought it, without knowing. But
I don't know if that's true.
I'm 100%. They have to disclose that.
I don't know if that's true. If there's like
If they knew,
paranormal activity,
if they
disclose
knew
paranormal.
there's ghosts in the house haunting, they have to disclose it. Because how will the buyer know?
I've never heard of someone disclosing
That's the thing.
ghosts in the house.
You will never hear stories like this.
Yeah, no, I doubt that that's something that you disclose on because I still don't really believe that story, but it is what it is. Sometimes things happens and you think it's paranormal activity and it's something else, but Yeah, I don't think you disclose something like that. I mean, I don't think a lot of people would believe that regardless, right?
I'm one of the believers because
I would buy for a discount, like 30% off and something like that.
and you will live in the house.
Depends how good the condition is and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're nuts, man. I would never live on that. I don't even if it's for free. I'm not living there.
Nah, I doubt it was something paranormal. But anyways, I mean, talking about crazy things, the TikTok, it's been going crazy sometimes. I've seen that you've been posting a lot in the
Oh
social
yes,
media TikTok for buyers real estate. Man, I've seen you're putting in so much work. How is that?
it's been it's like another job because you have to think of what to post,
Mhm.
and then from there you have to edit, and then from editing we use a system to schedule the videos.
Oh, yeah, video scheduling.
So it's just like another job, and it's honestly trying to post 3 times per day. It's hard because it's a lot of videos you have to do in one week, and
Mhm.
there's a lot of thinking of what is that video is going to be about.
Exactly. I mean, what a lot of people do, and I think what we're probably gonna end up doing is because you can only have so many ideas, right, in your head. So you're probably gonna have to reuse somebody
Yeah, repost them, and it's gonna be the same old tips.
or
That's it.
just like tweak the song a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It's gonna be the same tips, for first time buyers or sellers, and that's the only way. It's never gonna be something new that no one knew.
Exactly. It's just the same thing reposted because honestly, social media creation is very hard from what I've seen. You're just like breaking your back trying to do all of that. And I respect you for it because honestly, that takes so much commitment. It's a whole job, like
Oh
you
yeah,
said.
and one of our videos is reaching close to 50,000 views,
I saw that.
which is nuts. I never reached 50,000 views at all in one video.
Yeah.
I average maybe two, maybe 500, maybe 1,000.
The biggest video that we had before that was the one with the bear.
We were talking Ben, but that was just a little skit, funny skit
And it didn't
about
really
real
have
estate.
anything to do about. Oh wait, it did
It
have
was
something.
about real estate,
Yeah.
but it was just something to be funny and laugh.
hmm And then this other one, what was it about?
It was the one that you should not be waiting to buy if you're ready. Now, if you're not ready or comfortable, then no pressure. But in this case, the video is about is like, oh, I should have bought next year. Oh, I should have bought, and every year it increase the value of the house.
Was it that one, or
Yes.
was it the one with like $3,000 in rent?
No, that's the video that has 50,000 views.
Ah, okay.
The one that you're stating has like 10,000 views.
Ah, okay, yeah. That's the other one that was like also competing with Talking Ben.
Yes.
Those are like
Yeah.
our three biggest ones.
Yeah. So the one that Andrew is saying is the one that basically it is if you're paying 3,000 in rent in over 3 years, you're paying 108,000 to a landlord, but you haven't owned anything.
Yeah, you don't have any equity, no nothing.
Nothing. And that video, a lot of people had different opinions on which is better, buying or renting. Everyone has opinions. And yes, some is pros, some is cons on buying and renting. But yes, that video definitely blow up.
Oh yeah, it did so well. You had a lot of people doing basically putting facts out there on both the pros and cons. It wasn't like they were saying anything ridiculous. It was mostly like these are the pros, these are the cons. I'm a homeowner, I'm a renter. These are the benefits for me, these are the benefits for me. It wasn't like people just bashing each other. It was just like people stating like
Their opinions.
yeah, their opinions. And we had a bunch of homeowners in there saying like, "Hey, I paid off my home. I'm only paying property tax. That's pretty much it. And then utilities, no increase in my, rent or nothing. It's just
Yes. And then some people is like, yeah, but now I don't have to worry about anything like roofs or repairs like a sink, plumbing, electric,
that's right, maintenance.
which is true when you're renting. You just give a call to the landlord, and if the landlord, is nice, he will fix it.
Yeah, if he's not a slumlord, then you're good. If he is a slumlord, then
you're not good.
You only have two options. You either find a better rental or you move into your own place.
No, yeah, especially New York. New York has a lot of slumlords, I'll say.
Oh yeah, in your building, your previous building that you used to live in before you moved into your own property, you used to rent, and you said that your landlord, he was a slumlord.
Oh yes, he did not take care of anything at all. He had a lot of violations, a lot of HPD. It wasn't the best at all.
Yeah, and I mean, didn't you say you saw him one time?
So this story was before he sold the house, or the
Oh,
building.
the building, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the gentleman in the hallway when I was walking upstairs, and I was wondering in my head like, who is this guy? I've never seen this person, live in this building. But this person like very stressful, like his mind's like crazy like this. I'm not too sure. So in my head, I was like, I wonder who is this person. And then my thought came like, is he the owner of the building? Because there was mentions that they wanted to sell, but obviously I don't know who is the landlord because it's under the LSC.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of my thoughts. Maybe he was the owner, and most likely he was the owner.
And he was stressing out because he knew that they were going to take the building away from him.
Away from because it was so much complaints. It's just they wasn't taking care of the building, and once you don't take care, the tenants, then they're gonna complain. Because no one wants to live in the bad conditions and they're paying rent.
Yeah.
That's not fair for the tenant.
And it's also hard too because with inflation and everything, if he hasn't put up the rents, he's probably going to fall back in funds and stuff to keep repairing things and whatnot if they're constantly breaking and stuff. That's why it's kind of hard, right? Sometimes because you kind of go like, hey, why is my rent increasing and stuff like that? That's not fair. But then again, cost of maintaining the building also go up. And that's why landlords are also kind of putting their rents up to cover for the maintenance costs. Yeah, because we see it from one perspective, right? But then when you step back and look at it from both ends, you kind of go like, okay, they're providing a service, they're giving you a place to live. And while doing that, they want to make profit, but also they want to make sure that they're, what do you call it? They're able to maintain the building while still maintaining profits. So that means that they need to increase rents month by month. I mean, year by year, depending on the lease.
Yeah, so that's why there's always pros and cons, being with a landlord and also being with a tenant. Because if they're not making that much money, and it's gonna be hard for them to maintain the building.
And then you could buy a duplex too, and then you're basically in both worlds, right? You're a landlord and a homeowner, so now you're kind of like
Yes. That's why I say sometimes buying a multifamily is a good thing because it also help you pay your mortgage as well. You're building wealth.
exactly.
Equity.
And that equity, it doesn't go anywhere.
At all until you sell.
Till you sell.
Yeah, once you sell, and you gain equity if that's the how the market is. Obviously you're not building equity within a month. No, you have to wait 1 to 2 years to see somewhat equity you have.
Exactly. And it's always like going up in value, so you're always going to be assured that you know it's something that you have in the bank there. If you want to do like if you want to get a loan on the equity, a home equity loan, you could do that. Maybe buy another property with it and start like a little chain going on.
Oh yeah, they always say the first one to buy is the hardest one.
It's the hardest, without a doubt, because you don't know what you're doing. You're nervous. You don't know the right people to contact to kind of get you in there and guide you the right way. And
The cost as well.
the cost of maintenance and all of that, it all comes together in just that first year of buying. Like that's the hardest time. Oh,
We're not gonna say buying a second home is gonna be, easy. Obviously, it's gonna be, a little bit tough, but it's gonna be better, and you're gonna know the process better because you already done on
correct.
buying a single home with your family.
Yeah, you're gonna be a lot more familiar with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And when you're more familiar with things, you're more confident and you're less stressed because you kind of go like, from my experience last time, this is how it goes. I'm sure that this would be a good investment if I'm doing it for that. Yeah. And honestly, right now, if you're a seller, right now is like the perfect time, right,
Oh
Chris?
yes,
Because
100%.
yeah. And why is that again?
Reason why is because a lot of buyers are buying houses, especially they already finished filing their taxes. They want to start buying because once you start buying around this time, around April, May, in 3 months, you already got the house and you're gonna start the school year new for the kids. So this is the reason why there's a lot of people buying, as well as the weather. It's
Yeah.
not too hot and it's not too cold.
Yeah.
It's like between, and no one's in vacation right now as much than the summer.
Oh yeah. The summer gets crazy. But right now in spring, it's nice and like you said, the weather is good enough where it's not too hot, too cold, because you don't want to move in those conditions when it's too hot or too cold because it gets uncomfortable. The other best month is the fall. Yeah.
As well, yes, because it's not too hot, too cold, and people want to start the new year in a new home.
Yeah, those two months are probably the best for sellers as well because, well, for sellers, for buyers, I would say it's winter because yeah, it's a little bit more less competition out there. But if you're a seller, you really want to sell spring or fall. Like you said, those are the
The
two
best time
seasons.
to sell a house, and there's a lot of people looking for houses.
Yeah, there's so many buyers out there in those two seasons that is like the perfect time for them to go and search for the homes that they want. And yeah, you're probably going to get a lot better of a price for your home during those two seasons than any other season, especially winter. Like winter is not the best time to put your home on the market, but if you still want to, you definitely can. But for buyers, winter is like the perfect time to buy.
Yes, less competition, and like Andrew said, you always have to put the price right, because if you put it above market value in spring, you're not gonna see any results.
Yeah.
If you put it slightly below, you're gonna see a lot of competition over axing, maybe waiving appraisal, waiving inspections, and oh yes,
I'm glad you said that because whenever you're putting it just right below market value, you always get like bidding wars and stuff.
oh yes.
If the
Um,
property is nice, presented nice as well, you're gonna get a lot of attention.
the highest that I've seen on the MLS sold, I think, was over 200,000
200,000.
over axing.
Yeah. I mean, I had an appointment with my doctor the other day and they went over $150,000 bidding on a house in New Jersey because that's just how how it
Okay.
goes sometimes. Yeah. It
Wow.
was incredible. It's an incredibly nice house. She showed me the home and I mean, sometimes you got to be like that. You got to
150,000?
over yeah, like around 150,000 over asking.
Did they waive any appraisal or
I don't think they
inspection?
waived the appraisal and inspection. They still want to do that for their due diligence, but they did go incredibly over the
Okay, that's good. So that's the good thing when you're not waiving appraisal, because you want to pay what's the house worth.
right.
So if you submit it over axing 100,000 and the appraiser say, nope, this is only worth 50,000 over axing, right? Then you're only gonna pay what the appraiser said. If you waive that, then you will have to pay the difference of basically how much it says worth. So, for example, say you submit a 750 and the house was worth 650, you would pay 100,000 in just the difference.
Hmm.
Most cases, no one has that, that type of money in the bank, and no one wants to pay something that's not worth.
Yeah.
So,
And if you're not protected by that clause, by that contingency, then there's no real way you can back out. Like you're basically saying that you do have the funds and stuff. Of course, you can get a bank denial letter and perhaps get away with that. But if for some reason they can enforce that, you agreed to that and the bank still approves you for some reason and you don't want to go through with it because, it's just too much money in between, you cannot get out of it. And if you don't go through with it, then they could keep your down deposit.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
absolutely. So yeah, I mean, that's basically all I wanted to talk about this podcast. And guys, if you are interested in buying or selling, as always, we're always here. And if you have any questions whatsoever relating to real estate, me and Chris would always be happy to answer any and all questions in the comments below, or you can just DM us.
Yes, yeah. So definitely give us a like, subscribe, and also, drop a comment. We
Yeah.
always read the comments and answer all your questions.
Oh, Chris will answer every question. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, I'm still answering those people in those
You had like 2,000 comments in that one video. Right?
yes, I'm still responding to them.
If he can answer back 2,000 comments in a single day, he will get to your questions immediately. But thank you guys. Have a great one and see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.